What up, guys? Today we are reacting to an article from Business Insider talking about a modern woman that left her corporate job to pursue her dreams. I was fired from my new job after 3 days. It taught me that mental health is more important than earning money. As told to Sarah Dolezal. All right, I guess this is her. Got a pretty young woman. Callie Nguyen. Oh my gosh, she's last. I'm going to say Callie. I can't do it. I can't. Callie planned to quit, but was fired from her director role within 3 days of starting the job. Callie, 24, was fired from her job as the director of digital marketing after less than a week. She says mental health and employee respect in the workplace is important. She emphasizes Gen Z's unwillingness to settle for toxic work environments. This, as told to Essay, as based on a conversation with Callie Nguyen, I don't know, a 24-year-old social media marketer from Baton Rouge, LA, about getting fired after less than a week's worth of work. It's been edited for length and clarity. Before I started as the director of digital marketing for a medical spa, I gave my boss the benefit of the doubt because I wanted the job. What could go wrong? Turns out everything. While I've worked many jobs, the new director role was my first paid full-time position in digital marketing. I rationalized that maybe I was going through a learning curve or that I just had the jitters. But on the third day of work, when I left my desk for a quick mental health break, I was fired on the spot. To be fair, I saw the red flags but ignored them. That was a mental health break. I read negative Glassdoor and Google reviews left by former clients and employees. One review said 5 employees quit within 2 weeks. The review underscored the employer should not mistreat their employees regardless of age. Also, before I even started the job, I agreed to change my role from client care coordinator to director of digital marketing without changing my hourly pay of $16 an hour. Okay, so as most of you know, I have been fighting on the front lines of the simp epidemic for years, but I need to tell you about a quiet weapon being ratcheted up against men that is rarely talked about. It's not just the relentless anti-masculinity propaganda and OnlyFans hoes causing the societal issues that we discuss on this show. Did you know that the average city's tap water contains trace pharmaceuticals and endocrine disruptors? This often includes estrogen from birth control. The average adult consumes a credit card worth of plastic every single week. That's 5 grams of plastic a week on average. So it's no wonder that the average male's testosterone is half of what the average was 50 years ago. Testosterone levels decline 1% a year, and without a course correction, we are headed towards extinction. No matter how based you are, you need to be naturally boosting your testosterone. My friends at Chalk, CHOQ.com, are on a mission to save mankind from extinction by boosting your vitality. Chalk's Male Vitality Stack contains premium and potent herbs clinically studied to naturally boost your testosterone levels, sperm count, and overall vitality. Just one of the many ingredients in the Male Vitality Stack was studied in double-blind human clinical trials to boost total testosterone 20% in 90 days. When you boost your testosterone, you'll have more mental clarity, you're more capable of making decisions and taking risks. Having high testosterone will also affect your pheromones, so women will find you more attractive subconsciously. Get the Chalk Male Vitality Stack right now on Chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. Use my name Pearl as your coupon code and you'll get 25% off site-wide on Chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. My name Pearl is the discount code. Okay. Yet immediately after I was fired, I felt like a failure. I now feel that getting fired after less than a week of work was a blessing in disguise. The experience taught me that not every opportunity is a good opportunity, but more importantly, protecting my mental health and having employers see the value in me is more important than earning money. My boss refused to take my advice. I didn't think it was that big of a deal that my former boss wanted me to switch gears to social media marketing after I applied on Indeed for an office coordinator role. After all, I did list my social media marketing skills on my resume. After I accepted the new role over the phone with her general manager, I looked forward to honing in on my creative skills while helping a small independent business grow and gain more customers. But how can I help someone who refuses to listen to my advice? My boss wanted her social media marketing to look a certain way, showcasing stock photos of attractive women with outdated fonts. See, this is the thing. The younger generation tends to think their opinion matters, but the person that's paying you's opinion matters. Yours, not so much. My boss wanted her I showed her the analytics on the low performing social media posts and that I knew how to update her online presence to gain more customers, but she refused to absorb anything I had to say. So I followed her creative lead until I became overwhelmed by her demands. Okay, wait, this is I was shocked to find out that my boss wanted more from me than what I produced. On my third day, that's such a funny. On my third day, I started a project to build posts for the company's social media accounts and researched her competitors' special offers. I presented everything she asked for. While she seemed happy with my social media posts and the offers that I found, she needed more from me. Without warning, she asked which products and other social media spas I used, or which products other social media spas used. I spiraled into a tailspin. I didn't know anything about specific products in the medical spa industry. I didn't even know what she wanted me to research. She never brought up my level of product knowledge in our initial interview, nor did she ask me to find out about our competitors' products when explaining the project to me. I mean, isn't that something you could Google? She said I should have known to research the different products used by our competitors. Then she lost a list of other deliverables that I should have done. After a few minutes of her feedback, I felt overwhelmed. Mental health and respect at work are mandatory. I stood up to her and told her I needed a break, so I walked toward the front door. She tried stopping me. I didn't give in. I already vowed to never let anyone disrespect me at work. I said, "Ma'am, respectfully, I need to step outside and take a breather. I'll be back in a few minutes." She fired me, saying I wasn't going to work out for her. I thought to myself, oh, awesome. As I tried to keep my demeanor professional, I was so pissed off. To be fair, I wanted to quit, so she got me before I got to her. As I approached the front desk, I looked at the general manager and trainer and told him that I was fired. The general manager offered me a recommendation letter despite the drama. I said goodbye to my coworkers after 2.5 days. I felt like a failure after 2 days and about 6 hours of work on day 3. I said goodbye to my coworkers and told them I was fired, and I walked out the door for the last time, but I felt really depressed too. I texted 911 to my mom while she was at work and started sobbing on the phone with her in the parking lot. I kept apologizing to her for being a failure, even though I knew I worked in a toxic work environment. Afterwards, I spent a month in bed while working remotely for another company. I just spent a month in bed. She just said oh my gosh. I've been in the workforce since I was about 16 or 17 and have worked with various age group. That said, some Gen Z workers are lazy and unreliable, and I've seen TikToks that say Gen Z is rude too. At the same time, we want what everyone else wants, for our employers to value us, to enjoy our jobs and our work environment, and receive proper training so that we'll thrive. See, Gen Z is the only ones, it's true, that feel entitled to this. I mean, other generations kind of knew you ate shit. Gen Z women, I should say. Gen Z men, I actually, for all the flack they get in the news and stuff, the Gen Z guys I know are doing pretty well. They really are. It's the ladies, we're having a harder time. Gen Z knows there's somewhere better for us. While the older generations might have to put up with toxic work environments, we're speaking up for ourselves and not settling. So not only, you guys think you're special, like when women say we're not going to settle for average guys. Women aren't going to settle for anything, even, at work. So I'm more than happy to receive constructive criticism as long as the feedback does not cross the line into degradation and disrespect. The workforce commonly changes and employers must be open to flexibility, growth, and change. Gen Z knows there's somewhere better for us if we don't get what we want out of the job. That's why I'm working with a reputable advertising agency that respects me, advocates for mental health, and cultivates a fun and enjoyable work environment. As an employee, it's not on me if the boss doesn't want to learn or be flexible. I can't help the boss to grow, and I can't help a toxic work environment grow either. There you go. It's just, sometimes in life, you get fired and it's just not your fault. There's nothing you could have done. Either you weren't adequately prepared and you did the best you could, or it just wasn't the right fit, But there are times when it is your fault. And when your boss is yelling at you saying you want to take a mental health break, I think that'll do it. I really do. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, and let me know, did you guys ever hire a woman or a man that was fired for very good reason? Let me know in the comments, like the video. I'll see you guys next time.